Got an interesting one today. It's a older 170, well actually fairly new 172, at least since Cessna went back into production. And we have this issue where, alright, you can see the flap position indicators working there. We go all the way down. That's good, that's good. Now we come up to our approach and flaps just went all the way up. But guess what? Indicator is still showing down. So I've pulled everything off. You ever seen the Cessna 172 flap system? 182 is similar, 152 is similar, 206 and 210, and the rest of them all have fairly similar setup. Over here, my finger's going to be kind of too big, but that switch right there and that switch right there are your ultimate up and down. They shut the motor off so you don't overrun and break things, because this motor with driving a worm gear, oh yeah, you'd have some bent metal and torn things. And so don't play with them once you got them set, unless, let's say, you're not reaching full down. The book describes how to rig it. It's a real pain to play with, but once you get it, you know what you're doing. I've done it before. It's no fun, especially because the axis is horrible. But the next thing to look at now is the positions. So when you're moving the handle, I'm lying on the floor right now. When you're moving the handle, you're moving, let's see how well we can pick this up here. See that? There's a white cam right there. You're moving that white cam. Now, what that white cam is actuating are those two micro switches. And what it wants to do is have a switch on either end of the cam, and neither one of them tripped. As I move this, it will move until the cam is happy. But what we have going on right now is this assembly it floats. It's supposed to move, and it's not. And one thing I discovered is whoever did avionics on this plane just ran an antenna cable right through this, and you can even tell, see that shiny spot right there? Yeah, that's been hanging up and catching, and that's part of our problem. The other part is I think this just needs a little bit of lube up here where it pivots on, come on, focus, you stupid, that bolt. So we're going to reroute this antenna cable, and we're going to lube this, and we should be good, and we won't have to play with the switches, because I'll tell you, I've done this before. If you get the switches wrong and they're too close together, it's trying to drive till both switches are off or open. Basically, they're not depressed. And what will happen is if you get in the middle, it'll sit there and go back and forth forever if they're too close together. If they're too far apart, you get some slop, but ultimately you can drive it to the end point. And these are on slots with screws. It's a major pain, especially on a smaller plane like a 150. But once you got it set, it usually doesn't go bad. So that's what you're dealing with, and we'll get this lubed up and everything should be good, and we won't have the thing where the indicator doesn't move and the flaps go all the way up till they hit the end switch, which is what's happening right now.